Yo guys, this is something new. I'm doing reviews again about coffees and games and stuff like that, but this is going to be my first one about Gremlins. Now, when I was a kid, I had nightmares from this movie, and it really scared me because it's horror comedy and it's PG-13. I think it was under 13. I think I was about 9 or 10 or something at the time. Either way, I'm going to talk about the Blu-ray a little bit. So this has got some special features, really short making of, about 5 minutes. Some deleted scenes which were quite good to see if you're ever like a big fan or whatever. But probably the best thing is the two commentaries that it's got, both with Joe Dante, the director, who did The Howling before, and he was collaborating with Steven Spielberg to do this sort of horror comedy kind of monster movie or whatever. And originally it was a lot darker, the script, but then they turned it in a little bit more light-hearted material and comedy. That's Gizmo on the cover. So if you remember him, he's quite cute. Everybody loved Gizmo. The Gremlins, they're interesting, but also very scary. Part 2 came out years later, apparently, because they shopped it around because it had a huge success of part 1. And then they came back to Joe Dante in the end and his producer partner. And then they said, hey, well, you want you guys to make it? And then they're like, okay, well, we're going to do whatever we want and you guys are paying for it. Like, yeah, fine. All right, cool. Do it. And yeah, they did it. And Gremlins 2 is also quite unique, but this is the original, I guess, from 84 or whatever, around that time. So if you like 80s movies and stuff, that's a classic. And the Blu-rays are right, but sadly I'm going to trade it in. I'm not going to keep it because I listened to both the commentaries. So I'm kind of done now with my Gremlins experience many decades later in Blu-ray. I don't know, the transfer is okay, but I always think 80s Blu-rays are a bit weird. Sometimes they're a bit like, grainy in the dark and stuff like that. And they try and clean them up, but it's not always like perfect. It's really tough with 80s material. Unless you're George Lucas or James Cameron or something where you got like, super 4K HD, Ultra HD, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, that's it for now. And I'll be doing some more reviews about other stuff too. Woo!